Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to do a Star Wars video because that's what everybody wants, Star Wars. Actually, we had some people asking.
Oh, did they really?
For more
we
Star
haven't been
Wars,
doing much Star Wars last day.
Who are we kidding?
We all laughed, and you all laughed, and here we are.
Who are we kidding? Actually, I've been trying to mix it up a little bit, but we had some people specifically ask us yesterday because we only have done like maybe one Star Wars video a day or every other day, and they're like, I hope you do more Star Wars because that's why we subscribed. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Of course we're going to do more Star Wars. So now the thing is that they're going to move forward or backwards, I guess, with a prequel series.
Okay, well, this is a rumor. This is on piratesandprincesses.net, which is my blog. Before we get started, though, we should probably say, hey, guess what? We're at 87,000. We're like 13,000 away from the play button. So please subscribe if you haven't done so.
Oh,
please.
Baby, I love the way you shill.
I shill good.
Oh, so good. Okay.
People are under the impression, well, we made the joke before about when we hit 1 million, you'd wear a banana Speedo. Well, actually, as a joke.
Nobody wants to see that.
But that's not 100,000, so we have to hit 2 million for that. So
maybe a banana tank top.
At 100,000?
No.
You're gonna go on camera with a banana tank top?
No, I'm not.
I have to find you one. Anyway.
I don't have
so
any
please
tank
subscribe.
tops.
Anyway, back to what we're talking about. So this rumor.
Yeah, this looks like Serpentor.
It's not. It's Darth Bane. Anyway,
it is Darth Bane.
So according to Making Star Wars, which I know some of your opinions of this place. Anyway, the new rumor is, and this kind of is a new old rumor because it goes back to the Game of Thrones guys. They want to go back to the past and do like what we would call Old Republic. They're now calling the High Republic era.
The High Republic.
Yes, the High Republic era.
Everybody was sniffing something.
That's right.
Sniffing the Force.
So basically what I would consider the Old Republic, they want to go back to that point in time and do a story. And they're talking about, here's what's weird though. They were talking about putting Yoda in it, which makes sense because that way you can tie it in somehow to the Skywalker saga. But they're talking about using Darth Bane, but Darth Bane would have been dead 400 years prior.
Is he? Well, okay, so I'm all confused about the Rule of Two now, because it sounds like I've heard theories that, like, Palpatine in The Rise of Skywalker is, like, all the Sith combined or something. And
well, that's not the Rule of Two.
That's not the Rule of Two. That's, like, one guy just being, like, a Force vampire. I don't know what the hell's going on.
We don't know what either.
Nobody knows. Lucasfilm doesn't
I don't think they know what they're doing.
They don't even know.
So anyway, that's the one rumor that's going on. The other thing is, Kathleen Kennedy has basically said that we're not going to be doing these in chunks of 3, and that it looks like they're probably going to do like episodic, more like the Star Wars stories were supposed to be, but they all kind of relate to each other in some way.
Yeah.
So here's what she said. What we've been focused on these last 5 or 6 years is finishing that family saga around the Skywalkers, the old Skywalker drama. You know, you got your intro. Now it's time to start thinking about how to move those things into something new and different.
So the last 5 or 6 years they've been
messing up.
Yeah, I was gonna say they were gonna finish off the Skywalker saga.
Now they're gonna go mess up the Old Republic.
Finish off the franchise for good.
So now their sights have been turned to the Old Republic because they don't think that they can mess that up, even though that's been established pretty well as well. I think it gives us a more open-ended view of storytelling and doesn't lock us into this 3-act structure, because, you know, what does a 3-act structure do, even though that's kind of the way they lay out plays and movies anyway? We're not going to have some finite number and fit it into a box. We're not going to have a finite number. So how many flipping movies do you think you're going to do?
Well, okay.
How many movies do you have to make your money back?
Okay, we're going to let the story dictate that. She finished. Okay, so this is probably because of the Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, because it needed more than one movie.
You know, honestly, they should have. They talked about breaking it up into two movies, and would anyone, if they had actually gotten better movies, would anyone have complained if they did an episode 9 and episode 10? If they were better movies?
Probably.
Well, yeah, they would have. Of course they would have. But I'm just saying, you know, if it made for better movies, why did you have to stick with the trilogy?
If they didn't give a crap and care about what came before anyway, as they've proved, what difference did it make if they did 3 or 4 movies?
Right. So, okay, so then if you're not going to stick with the trilogy thing, we could actually have, like, you know, pop songs for the intro for Star Wars.
Oh, don't just stop.
They could do like a James Bond style intro for Star Wars with,
no.
you know, sexy Bothan spies. Darth member.
No.
They could do all kinds of crazy stuff.
No. So, yeah, so basically, the story will dictate that. This by story, they mean how much money they need to make.
Well, by story, okay, so, again, they had an opportunity to make a trilogy, and they had years to think it through, and they didn't. And the story didn't dictate that. So what makes you think they can actually do it this time?
Well, because Rogue One was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And Solo was actually pretty good. It wasn't the best movie, but it was nowhere near as bad as people, were giving it, saying it was.
Should have been a series.
It really, that's why I feel should have been a series. I think The Mandalorian should have been more of a movie. But anyway, they're doing standalone movies that kind of tie into each other. That doesn't seem too terrible. But now they're saying that in one breath, and then, well, it depends how much story is in that story, how many movies that'll be. Basically, we'll look at the story and decide, can we milk this for 3? Can we milk this for 10? How can we milk this?
Yeah.
Is it blue? Is it green? How are we gonna milk it?
Yeah, they're gonna continue to milk Star Wars. They're not giving up. They're not giving up, even though the movies are declining. And I don't think this. I'm gonna be honest. And I could be completely wrong, but I don't think a prequel without established characters taking place that far before.
No, they're gonna use Yoda. I guarantee they do.
Oh yeah, but and that's been a rumor for years, but I'm like, I just don't know if this is going to connect with people because we don't have, other than Yoda, any familiar characters.
Do through games and through books, but unless you're doing those extra, EU stuff, you're not going to really know much about it. So they're acting like, oh, what can we touch it? No one's going to be upset about, the past. But the past has actually been pretty structured as well. So, I don't know.
Well, okay, so if this is 400 years, I'm trying to get the timeline here. If this is 400 years before the Phantom Menace, now I thought, and again, I don't follow the EU all that closely, but I remember Yoda saying it's been 1,000 years since they've seen a Sith.
So, he was part of the Sith, I'm guessing.
But that was 1,000 years ago, not 400 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I got a little weird here, because I'm like, but the guy they're using from was supposed to be alive 1,000 years ago. He did show up as like an apparition in the Clone Wars, and ironically, he was voiced by Mark Hamill. But other than that, he really hasn't been seen. Now, there is this book, which I have not read, but I noticed they're trying to use more of these Star Wars legend characters type things, because they're trying to,
Then why did you toss it all out?
Exactly.
Why did you throw it Disney?
Because they're now realizing that was a bonehead decision. They're trying to figure out a way around it.
The roadmap was there. Not only did George Lucas tell you exactly what he wanted to do with 7, 8, 9, and it probably, regardless of what people say, it would have made more sense as a story, but you had decades of expanded universe lore to pull from.
I'm sorry, when you said roadmap, this is what I'm thinking. So, like, someone hands you a roadmap, a well-established map, shows you where to go, what all the roads are named, and all this other stuff. And you crumple it up and light it on fire and burn it, and then you get lost. So you drive up to this gas station in the middle of nowhere, and you're like, I'm trying to get here. And this guy comes out, he's like, well, damn, you gotta go down the road about half a mile, or maybe it's a mile, and then you're gonna take Billy Bob's Road on the right, and then you're gonna drive, is that called Billy Bob's Road? No, I don't remember what it's called, but Billy Bob lives at the end of the street, so you need to go down there. And when you get to the end of the street, you're gonna take another left onto Canyon Valley Road, and then, is it called that? No, that's what we call it, because there's a canyon down, next to the valley. And then you're going to go about, 5 to 10 miles, don't know which, and you're going to look for a shack on the right, but make sure it's the shack that has the green and red metal roof, not the one that has the red and green metal roof. And then you're going to go past that. That's kind of like the roadmap they're doing, as opposed to the map that was given to them that was well done. And then you end up lost in Canyon Valley, whatever.
Pennsylvania. Ding a ding 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 ding.
Then the Deliverance music starts, and you're in trouble.
At least he didn't direct you to the Love Shack.
No, it maybe
that is out in the middle of the woods. They play the banjo.
He should have bought a squirrel. I'm just saying. I don't know if anybody will get that.
Nobody will get that. Nobody watch that movie.
That reference. I love that movie. Anyway, so that's what you said. Roadmap. That's all I kept thinking about.
You don't know if it would all work because you're so negative.
Don't.
You're so negative.
I'm like, okay, I just don't.
Smile
the timelines don't add up. If that's the rumor's true, I do 100% believe they do a Old Republic era show, because they were already talking about it. I 100% believe they would use Yoda, because they're going to have some familiarity for the audience. I just don't know how they're going to do Darth Bane in this. You know, I mean, I'm sure they could do it somehow, that they'll retcon it somehow to make it that he's alive again. He's a pre-clone of the Emperor.
Yeah, is that
the
what's
Emperor is a clone of Darth Bane.
Is that what's gonna happen? Like, there's literally just one Sith, and he's just like...
I don't know, but to be completely fair and honest, I'm not super familiar with his story. So I just know that he was in the episode once, and he was supposed to be from 1,000 years ahead. That's about all I know. So people that hear this video might be able to, they might have some plausible way that it would work, and that might be the case. I don't know. But Yoda, I completely believe. Old Republic era, I completely believe.
Okay, so with the Mandalorian now, since they're doing the aging very, very slowly, so Yoda would be, what, a teenager 400 years ago?
I don't know. I don't know, but I was going to... Another reason that Yoda holds true, I think, is because in the Mandalorian, spoilers, at the end, they basically tell me I have to find his family, which could be the Jedi or it could be his planet. And they're already rolling with that Yoda type species, which would I could see them tying that into.
But George didn't want to do that.
I know, but we're down at Billy Bob's shack at the end of the road with the red and the green roof.
There's a lot of things George didn't want. So I think this is, I don't know how this is going to go. Because I'm like, you know, again, if you couldn't get people to the theater using and destroying classic original trilogy characters, you're not going to bring them out, I don't think, for fairly obscure expanded universe characters.
Well, here's the thing. It's all rumor anyway. So who the hell knows?
No, all the rumors are true.
That's right.
They are.
All of it.
But they are. They always turn out to be true. We keep thinking, oh my God, that's ridiculous. You know what happens?
It's true.
It's true.
Well, we do know the Game of Thrones guys were talking Old Republic era, and I'm sorry, High Republic era.
High Republic era.
And I mean, there might be a difference, but not that I know of. And, you know, with all their pushing the Yoda species lately with the Mandalorian, Yoda, and he would have been alive then, and he'd be a perfect tie-in, makes complete sense. But
I don't know. Perfect merchandising.
He'd be perfect. It would tie it in.
I want Yoda to be a teenager with emo hair.
He wouldn't be a teenager at 400.
He might be. If
like
you can be a baby, if you can be a baby at 50.
If he lived to 900, he's probably like a little shy of middle age.
They'll find a way to screw
He'd be like 30s.
Yoda with a full head of hair. It's like, I don't know. I think is this the trilogy they're talking about, like just cutting loose the baggage? Like they don't want
I don't know.
The old fans. So we're just going to go into an era that most normal people don't know anything about and just make a bunch of shit up. That's how we're gonna.
I don't know.
That's how we're gonna avoid.
We'll find out. But this is the rumor right now. Now, like I said, whether it's true or not, who the heck knows? But that's what they're saying.
So where are they gonna get the directors? Who's gonna do this?
I don't know. But like, you know, this kind of ties into what you want to make the rest of the video about, and the fact about, well, how are they going to pay back all their money? Because she's like basically like, well, the story's going to dictate how many movies we have. It's unlimited number.
So yeah, we have another video coming up. We're going to talk about the money that Disney has actually suffered a $2.22 billion loss on Star Wars.
According to some of the math people are doing.
The math people. So I'm going to let them do the math.
Yeah, I mean, that's not surprising to us. We've heard that from other places as well, that they're definitely not ahead like they're, you know, people are assuming.
Yeah, because they've been spending a lot of money. You got to spend a lot of money. Yep. So there's a lot of overhead. So yeah, next trilogy, not going to have the baggage of the original trilogy characters.
But it's going to have the baggage of an established character from the Legends in the Old Republic.
I am stop trying to make sense of it all. Just make sure Jon Favreau's in charge of this.
I do want to take a moment to appreciate the pencil work on this piece of art. I really like it.
I always thought Darth Bane had a hamburger face. For some reason, I kept thinking he had a hamburger face.
That's Mr. Boogedy.
That's Mr. Boogedy. No, I kept thinking Darth Bane did. Somebody's going to be like, no,
that's... kind of does.
That's Darth Veal.
Darth Veal, that's not a hamburger.
He's got meat for a head. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I never really followed the expanded universe that much, but...
But I just wanted to say I like the art on this because I thought the line work was beautiful. Anyway.
Here's to you, unknown artist.
I'm sure he has a name, but I don't know what it is.
Whose work has been completely obliterated by Disney.
Well, this is from 2007, so...
Yeah, here's to you. So whoever drew this nice pencil drawing,
beautiful work. Appreciate it.
Beautiful work.
All right, are we going to wrap this up?
We're going to wrap this one up.
Okay, don't go down Billy Bob's road.
Oh, please don't. Please don't. We'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.